Hey there guys, Master Kev here. I haven't made a video in a while. It's been about 3 months I think, and you could blame it on a lot of things, motivation, real life things, etc. But that's besides the point. Today I'm going to make a very short video, try and not make it too long, and it's going to be about Saryn. Now if you read the title, or looked at the thumbnail if I dare try to create one again, you'll probably know what the video is going to be about and the basis of it. So skip ahead if you want to see exactly what that answer is, but the point of this video is going to show a few tips of Saryn that I know about, that maybe some other people don't know about, and to prove the title's point. So I'm going to summon some bombards. I clicked the wrong button, and get some energy here. So, Saryn spores are interesting. They'll start off at 10 defaultly, and go up by 2 no matter what. Okay? If the enemy dies, while it had spores on it, they spread. Now, I could have sworn I read a patch note about this, and I thought they don't spread, but they do spread. Upon death. Now, the spores will keep their original build-up, so you see how it goes up by 2, guaranteed, no matter what. If I kill that guy, and it starts decaying, look at the build-up when I put it back on. It's going up by 2. As per usual. And if I were to kill this guy, and the spores would spread, they all go up by 2. Down to the very last one. And there it is, decaying again. I'm going to put it on this one. And you see how it keeps going up by 2. So, this is a point that I need to show you before I prove the other point. Because Saryn can be built many ways. Now, one of the ways that I've built over here is the duration way, which is pretty interesting. It allows you to use your toxic lash longer. Miasma has a bigger gas radius. The spores decay a lot slower, etc. But what I'm going to show is the usefulness of energy conversion. So, in the build that I built here, which this isn't the build, I've completely removed mods for the video and the recording purposes, but energy conversion used to not be in the build when it was completed. It used to be Transient Fortitude. And also Narrow-Minded isn't in this build. I just did this to reduce the range so it doesn't spread across the map. So Transient Fortitude, while it's good, it gives a lot of strength, it reduced the duration, which annoyed me with the Molt. It annoyed me with how long the Molt gave me the buff, the 15 seconds it knocks off Toxic Lash, etc. And it also makes the decay rate 1% higher, which, if you've ever played MOBA games or something, that 1% could be a big difference. It's sort of a reference that little will get. So I'm going to show energy conversion, and why energy conversion should be in your builds more than Transient Fortitude. So let's respawn the enemies, kill whatever enemy survived. There we go. And I'm going to get energy conversion. Now, because energy conversion is on, that means I have 150% power strength with this specific build. Notice how I start off at 15 instead of 10. And it always goes up by 3. Now, note that I do not have energy conversion on right now. I'm just going to use an ability just to make sure I don't. And I'm going to kill this person. I'm going to kill all these enemies. Okay, there's an energy orb. Let me just use up the energy conversion. There we go. And kill him. Now you see how it's decaying? Look at the number when I put it back on. It still goes up by 3. Even though my energy conversion isn't on, a new spore that I put on keeps the 3 damage tick, meaning it is the upgraded spore. Now, the reason why I want to point that out is because it allows Saryn to be a bit more flexible. If you pick up an energy orb, you have 50% more strength, which then you could use for the whole duration of Toxic Lash. Or, if you pick up an energy orb, and you summon Molt, the Molt will have a lot more health than the Molt without the energy conversion. So you see how it has 750? Now it has 500. And that will scale, because the build that I have with this would start at 150% or 155% power strength. So if I were to get energy conversion, this would have 1,000, and the Molt would stay out longer. Now, people probably don't care about Molt and don't care about Toxic Lash or the Miasma duration. And that's understandable. You're allowed to use Transient Fortitude if you want to have that guaranteed 200% no matter what. But most people care about the strength because of the spores. And I'm just making this video to point out that as long as the first spore you start off with is the energy converted one, then you're safe. Now, this doesn't work when the spore's already down. Let me show you. See that energy orb there? I'm going to put a spore on this guy. Okay. He's going to get infected. And I'm also going to pick up this energy orb and resummon the enemies. So I'm just going to summon back some enemies here. So, you see how it's going up by 2? That's how the normal spores worked. Now I'm going to get rid of all these guys. And you see how it's decaying? You see how I have energy conversion? I'm going to put it back on. And it only goes up by 2, meaning these aren't the upgraded spores. So make sure your first spore is the one that's placed with energy conversion, and as long as it doesn't decay completely to 0, even if you don't have it on you, you could put it back on another person and spread it with 3 damage each. So, yeah. This has been Master Cav. I hope I didn't make the video too long. Just wanted to point out the usefulness of energy conversion and what it would be in my build. I guess I could probably put on all the mods and show how it would work, but the basis is the build will have good duration, obviously maximum range, and it will have 150% or so strength, so that when energy conversion procs, when it turns on, the energy conversion will knock it up to 200%, meaning the spores will have a 100% status chance, which will melt their armor quickly. It will also make the damage per enemy 4 and the damage per second 20 base. And yeah, that's all I wanted to make this video for. Hopefully this video shed a little bit of light to some Saryn players if you wanted to know about energy conversion and if it works with builds or not with Saryn. So yeah, see you in the next video.